6 plays in the first half. We had a good mix. I think the way that game went, we're doing what gives our team the best chance. Anyone who's seen the 12 games before that, or how many 13 games before that, I don't think would sit there and think we should be running the ball more.
This guy's gone now, Patrick Luke.
And the big run we had, the change of game was ended up being a 10-yard holding thing. We run the ball down to the 18 with a 7-point lead in the fourth quarter, and that drive is the one that you'd like to go score points. Instead, we take the penalty and don't convert and end up winning.
For the longest time, Patrick Lewis, the center, was on this team and on the active roster. Did you guys see a lot of him that you liked?
I think the makeup of the roster is based on two things. It's based on guys who have potential and being able to practice. So there's a lot of reasons guys are on the roster, and that's those aren't my decisions.
Speaking of centers, what have you seen out of Alex Mack, all season long? And have you guys talked about the fact that he might not be here next year?
Again, that's not my area. I think Alex is an outstanding player, and he works awfully hard at it, and he cares a great deal about it, like we're talking. And he's got a demanding job, and particularly when you play 3 different quarterbacks and you have a lot of change and playing the defenses we play, he's got a lot of responsibility in terms of getting us into the right calls, right protections. So he's awfully valuable to this team.
No sacks last week. Did you play well, or
I thought it was a good combination. I like our protection over the last period of time. I think our guys have gotten a more comfortable feel for our system. I think we're getting the ball out quicker. I think there's a lot of things that go into that. Jason had a 20-yard run, where it looked like it was good pressure. So there's a lot of things that go into it. But I thought that part of it was good.
The last time we asked you about Devon's struggles, then he came out and had a good game against Baltimore, but then he hasn't really done a whole lot since then. Can you put your finger on why he's struggled this year, especially hanging on to the ball?
That's hard, that was a tough play he had in the game, but those are plays that he's made, and those are difference makers, whether it be on the 6-yard line or kicking the field goal. So he's a lot like Jason. He's awfully hard on himself, and he works awfully hard at it, and he expects to make those plays. He has responded when he's been in that situation.
It's got to be hard during this season to incorporate a guy like Marquise Gray. You didn't have him training camp.
Yeah.
To see what he can do. If he's back at training camp next year, do you see this role expanding?
There's two things. I think Marquise has improved a lot. He's probably, we don't know exactly where we're at with the tight end position, but he's probably going to get an opportunity to play a lot in this game based on where we are today. That could change back. But to me, it's a combination of things. Number one, he wasn't in camp. Number two, he's making a position change. And that's a very complicated thing. Usually the guys that make a position change, it's 2 or 3 years before they, particularly if you move from quarterback to another position, before they can really feel comfortable playing. I think he's way ahead of that. I think he's made great strides, and I expect him to be a guy that's got a real good future with our team, with our organization, because he does a lot of things well. And I think because he hasn't played as a receiver, whether a tight end or a move guy or a slot guy, he can improve real fast.
Can you talk about facing the prospect of possibly being without Jordan Cameron in this game?
It's part of coaching this league, and we've done it. At the guard positions, we've done it. Obviously, the running back positions, we've had a pretty good mix. Obviously, the quarterback position. So I think it's what coaching in this league is, and like I said, if we've got a good plan, if Jordan can play, I think we have a good plan. If he can't, I think we'll handle it, and we've got guys who step up and make plays for us.
Norv, when you're talking about missing Josh at times and not throwing him at others, how important is it to get that on track, especially when you consider the Jets' D? They're really good against the run. They give up a lot of big plays, though.
We want to get the ball to our playmakers. That's where you make big plays. But in the first quarter, like you said, we had 6 plays, and we get a 45, 50-yarder to Greg, you know, and if that ball had been to Josh, we wouldn't be having these conversations. You can't throw the two guys at once, you know. So we need to get, you know, those type of plays early in the game, and you know, we've got to keep the ball. You know, that possession, we obviously had a chance on third down to make a play. We've got to convert third downs. You know, the big third down was the ball that sailed to Josh. If we convert third downs, then we'll get more opportunities. But like I said, Josh had 10 balls thrown to him, and I thought there were another 3 or 4 that could have been over 4 quarters. You know, I think that's pretty good.
Are you a believer in forcing the ball to a guy? Like, you know, did you used to make sure Michael got a catch early in the game?
I don't believe in forcing the ball to anyone. That's why you want all 5 of your guys to be successful. But you know, I think I've been through this enough that, you know, we all get spoiled, and you know, you're not going to be able to do that every game. The other team has players, good players, and they have coaches too. So if you can get all 5 guys involved, then you have a good chance. And you know, we want Josh to get the ball, and he's had a lot of balls thrown his way. And when a guy has back-to-back 200-yard games, obviously we're forcing the ball to him. You know, sometimes.
I meant early in the game. In the first 5 minutes, do you want to make sure a guy gets a catch?
Like I said, the first play of the game, first pass of the game, very easily could have been thrown to him. You know, it wasn't, and then we had another play up to him early, and you know, they doubled him, and the ball went somewhere else. So I think he'll get his share of plays. Like I said, it's a lot like New England game. I think he caught his first ball in the middle of the first quarter, and we were moving the ball, and other guys were making plays.
Hey, Norv,
The Jets' pass defense isn't that great, so I mean, do you kind of see some great opportunities in this game?
I think the Jets really have a good defense, and you know, when you're a team that is leading the league or high in the league in turnovers, and you're still playing defense the way they're playing, it really says a lot. And they've given up some big plays, but teams have gotten a lot of opportunities to take shots at big plays. They're a very good run defense. You know, it'll be a real challenge. They always give you a lot of problems in protection. So, yeah, we need to be able to throw the ball. I think people, like I said, people that watch us know if we're not successful throwing the ball, we're not going to, you know, have a lot of production. So there's things we need to be able to go do.
All right, thanks.
Hey, thanks.